Hello users, and welcome back. This is Rayman, and this is going to be Mr. Sax's Hullabaloo. And like I said before, if you haven't seen the first few parts of this, you can actually skip this boss fight entirely by getting all the cages on one screen without dying, and without getting a checkpoint. And then at the very end of the screen, you die, and because you didn't get a checkpoint, it sends you all the way back to the beginning, and you can just go use the exit sign. So that's going to be the strategy here. If I can do this all in one go without dying, that'd be nice. If you do die, you have to like go through the whole thing again, because you're not getting checkpoints. It takes a lot of time, so any death here is just probably one of the most inconvenient in the whole game. So from this point on, I cannot go back to the beginning of the level except for dying. And so if I were to get that, then I'd have to finish the level, which means killing the boss, which I don't want to do. So now I have to go through this whole thing without getting killed. Gotta save my ritualistic suicide for the very end. Also, I kind of fucked this up, didn't I? Ugh. I really fucked this up? Oh god, what? Are you kidding me? There we go. Jesus Christ. You gotta kind of get speed there and jump right at the top, and then you'll spawn that thingy. Carry that up to the cage. Okay. And then after this level, I'm going to backtrack and get all the cages in the levels that I couldn't get before I got all these upgrades. I'm now fully upgraded, by the way. Rayman's got all of the abilities that he will need to carry out until the end of the game. 2 more. Can just jump over that guy. Right there, there's one of those there because there's like a kind of thing where you end up being small there and you want to get big there, but you can just not do that. But it can be kind of annoying because if you're big, then you'll get small, so you have to like jump over that little fairy thing. Alright. Good cycles, good jumping. This guy is probably the biggest goofball in the entire game. He will fuck your shit up, so you gotta kill him. Trust me, if anyone has ever tried to run past this guy, you know what the fuck I'm saying. That guy means business. And not like B-U-I-S, you know, whatever. He means B-I-Z. N-I-Z. Business. I swear to God, that guy's packing some hefty fucking moves. And I am not going to be showing those hefty moves. I want to live. Alright, so that's the exit sign. And if I were to go in there, I'd be fighting the boss. But I'm going to go up here, grab that cage, now I've got all 6. Avoid that exit sign and fall off the cliff and die. And then boom, now I don't have to fight the boss. Actually. Alright, so I needed to go back through here. There was a trick that made it so that I didn't need to do this, but I failed the trick, so now I need to go back through this. But I don't need to redo the whole screen. I only need to, or the whole stage. I just need to do the first, oh, didn't even jump there, that was weird. I just need to do the first screen. Because now that I have run, I can maintain a higher speed. And normally you're supposed to use that to get this cage, but you can do it without it if you're really good, but I'm not really good, I'm garbage, so I gotta do it with and not without. And I'm going to jump back here. And then that level's completed. Fall off and die, and then go back. So now we're going to finish the forest. Finish the forest area. Mosquito's nest. Also, whoop. Did not finish the backtrack. Not quite yet. This one I could get on the first visit, but I might as well get it with run just because, you know, it's extra screen to cover, and it's a little faster with run. So I could have gotten it on the first visit, but, you know, might as well save it for the second, because there needs to be a second anyway. And like with Mr. Sax's Hullabaloo, like, there is a checkpoint here, and I have accidentally gotten it. You don't want to get this checkpoint, because then you need to redo the whole level, and you don't want to redo the whole level, so I'm going to be taking heavy advantage. Do not get that. So what we're going to do is we're going to fuck that up, and then wait for this to respawn. It's critical, and then we're not going to fuck it up. Jump onto there. Am I gonna get an extra life? I don't remember if there's enough tings to actually get an extra life. When I did this the first time, I did not have this ability, so that would have been unable to cross. Nah? Alright, I'm gonna have to go through the game over screen. At least you get to see the game over screen. It's pretty funny. Pause the video here and look at the artwork a little bit. It's good stuff. Game over! Continue! Vote for Rayman! God, this game, really, just everything about this game is just magical. I fucking love it. Alright, and now we're back to the first level. I could have done this revisit earlier, but like I said, you know, you might as well do it with run. If you have to revisit, you might as well do it when you have run. Yeah! Also, I just want to say, I love how the flowers are dancing. It's just, it's so hard to like actually figure out how to formulate a sentence in the English language that accurately describes just how fucking beautiful this game is. It really is just beautiful. And when I say beautiful, I mean like beautiful, beautiful. Like it's just such a gorgeous experience. Anyway, those are those two cages, kind of at the top of the level. And the third one requires punching that, but you don't have punch here when you do the first run. So, I find it pretty funny because you can see the cage down there, but you can't get it. And I find that kind of teasing a little interesting. It's like, oh yeah, there's something here that you can't get. You'll have to come back for it. Instead of just making it so that, I mean, like, oh, I don't know. Where is the cage? I don't know. I don't know. But I do know. So even if you don't know, I do know. And what I know is that the screen is almost over. It's fun to redo these areas with run. Yeah! Alright, one more level to backtrack for. Anguish Lagoon. And then we're going over to Picture City. Also, this is not the Mosquito's Nest level. Forgot it was. There's a similar spawn point, but you have to trigger it in a different way. So you get that. Land on top of there, and you get that. I love when you do the punches that like it gives you a freeze frame, and you can make it so that Rayman's doing goofy faces. Get that one, and then we have all 6. And I could just jump in the water and die and respawn, but I want to keep my my health, so I'm just gonna go through there. All right, and now we're on with the next world. And like I said, Picture City, this is where the game, you have everything, right? So now you have everything, and you kind of learn how to use things. And then this is where the game starts to go like, okay, we're going to show you how Rayman is Rayman. If you manage to get to this area when you're young, you're not going to get out of this area when you're young, I swear. I never made it this far when I was a kid, but I'm glad I didn't, because I know that if I made it this far, I would have been really mad. So I probably shouldn't have kept my health. I forgot that I want to die here. Yay! So you get that cage, you die, you go back. So this area is pretty tricky. So I'm going to try to do this without dying. This is probably one of the hardest screens in the game as far as just like going fast and not like losing your grip and then dying. There's a lot of really tight jumps. There we go. So I want to jump up there, and then that spawns that. I don't need to get that, but I'm just getting it for insurance. What it also does is spawns that little thing there. But I don't want to go up there yet. So it's a yeah, you gotta do a lot of sequences for this script. I want to go up there, and then go up here, and that spawns the cage. And now I want to go back. Keep in mind, if I do get hit by that spike in the ceiling, that will like knock me back and kill me for certain. So it's something to keep in mind. So there we go. I'm surprised I haven't died. And in order to get back down, you need to hang and then wait for it and then go down. A little silly, but you know, it's fun. Oh wow, I did that without dying and without like going really slow either. I didn't like, you know, I maybe took a little slower than I needed to, but I'm actually surprised I made it out there without dying. That's awesome. Slow and steady wins the race, or something like that. This isn't a race. I'm racing nobody. This is like Arthur ready to race. I'm not racing anything. So you go up there and that spawns the fairy, and the fairy makes you small, and then you go down here when you're small, and then you kill the thing. Well, you don't kill anything, actually. Do the opposite. I breathe life into a bunch of metal. I'm just kidding, they're prisoners. The life was already breathed. It was breathed. Breathed? Breathed. I breathed? I don't know. English can be tricky sometimes. I love these guys on like the little frying pans. They look like aliens. They're cool as hell. That's the thing I like about this game, is every time you enter a new world, there's just like fun new things to see, like new enemies, you know? Except for the next world. The next world is just a total reskin, but that's not important right now. Up until this point. And I do think that this world is probably the most creative, I think, just in terms of like looking really cool. If I get hit there, there's one of the balls without a spike, so you just take the hit, and then you can just quickly jump up. So you want to jump over here, grab that, and then grab that, and go down. Nice. I actually got that first try. Nice. Sometimes, like, you know, you miss the punch and you have to go a little deeper, and then it gets a little frustrating, but I'm pretty good. I'm going to become big again, because that way I can go up here. And that spawns that. I don't even know what these are. I guess they're pencil sharpeners? Huh. I never actually looked at them, but I guess those are pencil sharpeners, right? Is that what that's supposed to be? I guess so. I don't know what else it would be. So I want to go through here as Big Rayman before. This is a little tricky. You know, you can just take the hit and then just walk all the way through, but I was trying to do it the right way. This can be a little tricky. It's a little smiley face there. I think it's cute. So you want to go up here, which you can only do as Big Rayman. And that spawns this cage. But you can't actually progress to the end of the screen unless you're Small Rayman. So now I have to run all the way back here. You don't get like a courtesy fairy. You have to just go all the way back. Carried a little bit too much speed there. Oops. Not supposed to go all the way back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. It's a lot easier to do when you're small. However, if you're small, you can actually get stuck somewhere, so you do want to make sure you don't. Okay. Go through here. Kill that motherfucker. Jump up. Kill that motherfucker. God, I love murder. Don't kill that guy, though. He doesn't deserve it. That guy's got a wife and children. So right here you got the bolt fucker trying to kill you. You want to punch all those things. I love doing that over and over again. It's really fun. Go up there, get the fairy. And you're done. Wonderful. Not the greatest, but definitely a lot better than it could have been. So this is your little teaser. This is Space Mama. It's a full-fledged boss fight, kind of like the pink mosquito to the red mosquito. Well, I don't know if I would say it's a full-fledged boss fight, but it is a fledged boss fight. I'm just going to kill myself because I do want to do this with full health, just because I know that I'll probably fuck up. And I might not fuck up, it's possible, but I'd rather have 3 health than 1, just because it has been a while. Okay. I love that idle animation, it's so good. So you got these 2 fuckers, you just want to murder them real quick? Beat the shit out of them? Oh, you cunts. See? Oh! He's not supposed to do that. He's supposed to die. What the hell? This is some bollocks. This is bollocks. I got bollocked. No good. Very, very bad. I like how you can just mash the fist and this guy will die. This guy's a little more tricky though. Those bombs have a habit of dispersing in ways that you don't want them to, so like it kind of is a little random. That's a little silly. Oh, come on. Whatever, I'm alive. Here's Space Mama. That's the thing with the boss fights in this game, even during like the kind of teaser boss fights, like they are very meticulous and very scripted. Which, you know, it's fun. It's fun. You just have to survive. It's more of an endurance round than like I've already kind of given my thoughts on it, but I just really like it. The Space Mama one, in my opinion, is just, I don't know, it's fun. It's hard. Especially the you know, the actual boss fight instead of the teaser one. It's hard, but it's just really fun. I also love how this is like a movie set, so like that's kind of like fake water scrolling in the background, which makes it really cool. Especially because just, you know, like the way that the background scroll, it just looks really cool. Also, I almost died there. I wonder if that's the island from the intro, where Rayman's on the hammock and he's like, "No problem." I was doing the thumbs up. It's the picture I use up there. By the way, how do y'all like the graphic for Cyber Monday Extravaganza the 3rd? Personally, I like it. It's really colorful. It's not gonna go well with the next game though. I will tell you, the next game is going to be Dark Souls. I'm going to do a Dark Souls speedrun for the next game in this line, and that should be fun. I haven't played Dark Souls probably... The last time I consciously remember playing Dark Souls was maybe March, but I think I played it one more time after that. I'm pretty sure I did. But I could be wrong. Oh, whoops. Well, that's a great start. Alright, so this is, again, Picture City is where the levels start to get really difficult. So I'm probably going to be dying a lot more. Still, again, I'm surprised. I'm only 10 minutes behind. The one thing about this game is that when you do make mistakes, chances are your mistakes are going to cost a lot of time. So, like, 10 minutes is really only, like, maybe, you know, 3 or 4 major goof-ups. You know what I mean? Like, having to redo a whole level is, like, 3 or 4 minutes in its own right, and then, like, some deaths can cost, like, 2 minutes and stuff. So, 10 minutes in this game isn't actually, like, that devastating. Unlike, say, like, Mega Man, or, like, you know, usually there's enough checkpoints that if you die, like, it is only going to take, like, 20 seconds to get back to where you were anyway. This is not Mega Man. This is a whole different beast. So right here, you want to drop down. I love that. Just the way that the game kind of changes it up, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing a little thing, but you gotta. I don't know. I would love to sit down and do like a full thesis on this game because I really just feel like so much of it is just brilliant. I really do. This game is just great. Also, the music stops here for some reason. I'm not sure why. It might be because I'm playing on fast disk speed, but it also might not be. Who knows? Yeah! Normally you're supposed to kind of, you know, do that a little bit slower, but if you know what you're doing, you can make it work. So there's the infinite helicopter hair. You get it for the screen again. And this screen is actually not too bad. You can do a little trick here. You take a little hit. You don't need to take the hit, but it makes it easier to line it up. And you don't need to go around the pencils. You can just kind of go through them. So whoops, that was not a good exit strat. Gotta punch these all down. And then you gotta punch that one through. So one thing is when you go into the wall, you slowly will enter the wall, but if you punch, you'll get like a big kind of suck into the wall. So right there, you just kind of punch, and then you can kind of line yourself up to go down. Right here, if you're not on the top of the screen, pencils will start falling down. I'll show it just for fun. It's pretty cool. I'll grab that. I don't need the checkpoint. I've got this. You can do that a little bit more meticulously, but you can also not and save a little time. Maybe I should have gotten the checkpoint. Kind of want to enter a rhythm there. Oof. Not good. Not good. Alright, I can do this. I've done this before without taking a hit. I can do it again. Okay. I'm gonna play this one safe. Wait for this fucker to come back. Again, the art, the sound, Rayman's angry face, it's just all so delicious. The eyeballs, like, bouncing away when you kill an enemy. Just everything about this game is just fucking amazing. Alright, so right here is a really nice fake out. You want to go to the exit, but it spawns one of these right back here. There's a lot of nice fake outs that like, oh no, I missed it. Or like, you know, if you're just running and you know, you don't expect it, then you have to redo the whole goddamn level. It's definitely a big punch to the face. So this is the there's shit all over the place level. This one's kind of like really confusing. You have to like take a little bit to get your bearings straight. But it does have a very specific way to go through it. And an even more specific way to get the cage here. You gotta be very careful going down there. Otherwise you'll bounce back up an awkward way. Let me go back this way. And we're good. So you want to walk down here, not run. You want to walk. If you walk, it sets you up perfectly. If you run, you get owned. You'll be going too fast and you'll hit a pencil when you fly. And we're gonna get a secret cage here. Whoops, it's right here. We got 2 angry eyeballs, but that's not important right now. Because you can just walk back here and then go through. Alternatively, you could run back to the right on top of the pencils, but It's not as efficient. Yeah! Wonderful. Wonderful. This run, again, I mean, it's going really well. Alright, I'll probably end this video after this level, and the next one should be the final video. Unless I die like 15,000 times, it should be. Even if it runs a little long, I'll just make the next one the last one. But this level's got really good music. This music just makes me fucking happy. I forget about my fucking disgustingly high like amount of depression and anxiety and just fucking life failures when I just listen to this music, close my eyes and think happy things like clowns and spaghetti and fucking peanut butter jelly sandwiches, you know, it's just really good stuff. And I just, the backgrounds, you have the rainbow, you have the clouds, and they scroll differently and stuff. The background scrolling is like, it's a big deal, especially again for like a PlayStation launch title. I know it's a big deal because I mentioned it on the back of the box. This game is incredible. This might be the most fun I've had playing this game in a long time. I've noticed this before, but now that I'm no longer a streamer and I'm doing pre-recorded videos, like I just have more time to like dedicate to just playing the game rather than like interacting with people and doing all that kind of stuff. I just get to absorb more of the game's atmosphere. It feels more like I'm playing the game rather than, you know, just talking to people with a game on in the background. Oh, fuck. Just kidding. I hate this game now. And I'm bored and I want people to talk to. I'm bored. I'm not actually that bored. I'm having a great time. This is it's a little difficult. Oh, fuck off, you cunt. Because you can't shoot the fist unless your fist has been fully boomeranged back to you. And so you basically just have to hope that it bounces off really quickly and then you're able to get back on here. There we go. You don't need to hit all three of these, but if you hit all three of them, it makes getting the cage the easiest. Oh, Jesus Christ, come on. There we go. You can theoretically sneak it between them all, but that's really hard. It's easier to sneak it between two of them. Actually having to hit all three of them and hit 4 times is it's a little ridiculous. Right here, there's another, like, get fucked bitch. You're running, and then that'll spawn in your face unless you're flying above it. Gotta be careful. Must be vigilant. Alright, this level can be a little tough. Also, I saved a minute on the previous flip. Incredible. Ugh. I'm cringing. Also, I have some coffee still. I haven't been drinking too much coffee. I got a cough, off. I don't, that's not English. You can tell I need my coffee. Just forgot words for a moment there. I've been a coffee drinker on a nearly daily basis now for a few months, and I can definitely feel myself. A lot of people said, that if you drink coffee on a daily basis, you just get sluggish without coffee, and I don't. Geez, why do I keep failing this? This is a little embarrassing. I don't necessarily feel sluggish, but maybe I'm just so used to the kind of level of alertness, I think. I think it's more of a relative thing. Is that, especially when I first started drinking coffee, I got like a fucking, like, an actual high from it. Like, I would feel fucking amazing. Like, my body would tingle, I'd feel so, like fast, my brain would work at such extreme speed, you know? And I feel like, you know, if I just took, like, maybe a month off of coffee, or maybe even a week or so, a week, you know, maybe I would actually get that back, but I've been doing, you know, maybe skip a day every once in a while, but I don't know. I don't really have a point to that, I'm just kind of blogging. I'm a blogger. I'm blogging. One thing to note that I don't think I've mentioned yet is if your fist hits the wall, it loses its punch. Like, the fist will then boom back to you, but, like, if it hits something on that path backwards, you know, it's already done its hit. So, you want to walk here for the setup again. Yeah. And then you want to run backwards and then go up here. I almost forgot to do this. I was like, wait a second. Right. That's how you do it. That was my internal brain monologue. As opposed to an external brain monologue. I don't know. Or an internal non-brain monologue. I don't know why I said brain. The brain there was just, you know, it was completely unintentional. You can slip through the cracks there, but I don't really know how to do it. I've seen other people do it, but I don't know how to do it. I'm going to talk about my speedrun history with this game a little bit more. I touched upon it a little bit in the first half hour. Oh, that was a really weird speed boost. Holy shit, I've never seen that before. Huh, that was strange. Weird. Alright. I played this game once a year. This was actually kind of like, if I remember correctly, I think I played it on June 1st. Was it June 1st? I don't know. Which would be the day after my birthday. But for the first, like, 3 years of my speedrunning career, this was like an anniversary, kind of like an annual, like, oh, I'm going to play Rayman. And it was like a 10-hour game. And then one year, I was like, you know what? I really like this game. I'm excited to play it. I'm going to learn how to actually beat this game in a reasonable amount of time. Also, I shouldn't have jumped the first time there. That was amateur. Clearly, I haven't learned much. And then I sat down and basically learned all the strategies and managed to be able to beat this game in like 2.5 hours, you know, without... Like, you know, I haven't played the game in months and months, and I'm probably going to beat this in just about maybe 2:10 if I continue at this pace. Which, the record is like, I don't even know what the record is now. When I learned the game, the record was like 1:35, I think. So, I mean, you know, 25 minutes off the record isn't that good for a speedrun, but like, it's Rayman, which in my opinion is just, it's one of the hardest games just ever. Pretty much anyone who's ever played this game can agree that it is a terrifyingly difficult experience. So, like, it's just one of those personal achievement kind of things. Like, I can beat this game in 2 hours or less. Like, it's not like this game is really beatable in under an hour, and I like doing arbitrary hour goals, so it's like, I can beat this game in under 2 hours. Jesus Christ. Clearly, I can no longer. I could. Once upon a time, I could beat this game in under 2 hours. There we go. One more cage, and then we're going to fight Space Mama. Little arrow there, in case you didn't notice it. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it might be because I'm playing the game with fast disk speed on PS2 where the music just kind of stops. I don't really know why. I don't remember if it does that on standard disk speed or on PS1. I really don't remember. It might, though. It might. By the way, I used the continue cheat there. Just because, just in case. I'm probably not going to actually run through 5 continues, but I just like doing it just to do it. I actually don't know the cheat off the top of my head. I only know it by muscle memory. I think it's like right, left, up, down, or something like that. I just do it by muscle memory. So there's the exit sign, but if you go all the way over there, then you spawn a little series of events here that lets you get the final cage. Or, you know, alternatively, you can forget how to play the game and then die. That's another option. Not a good option. I would even go as far as to say it's a bad option, but it is an option. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to make any more massive errors, and that I should be able to finish in 4 parts. I can't see this taking like an extra half hour on the last world. The last world is kind of difficult, but I think it's not nearly as difficult as Picture City. But we'll see. I think we're looking at a 2:10 finish time. Yeah! Alright, so here's Space Mama. And if you die, then you have to restart with 3 health. So going in with 5 health is definitely, it's a one-time only thing, and it gotta make sure you don't fuck it up. So the thing with Space Mama is you want to aim for her face. Not like her body, not like her neck, but her face. Very specifically, the face. You can get 4 hits there if you're not complete garbage like I am. But sadly, I'm complete garbage. What are you gonna do? Whenever you hear that like noise, that means that's where Space Mama's gonna land. So like you just stand there and then you move, and then yeah, that's kind of how that works. This part's pretty fun. You can stay in here, and it's like, yay, I found a little cheat spot, but then it's like, no, you didn't. That's what I love about this game. It's just like, yeah, we know. Like, these boss fights are, like, designed to be, like, very specifically doable. I love it. Jesus, how the fuck did... Embarrassing. So now we're at the washing machine, which you have to like punch it a certain amount of times, and then it kind of resets the cycle. But it has like a timer on it, so it's it has like iframes, but like you don't, it's not like flashing like in most games you'd see like the thing flash. You just kind of have to know how long the iframes last. If you time it right, you can get like a swing punch, but that's a little more difficult to do. And then once you get that, the washing machine goes haywire. It's one of the probably the hardest moves, I guess, attacks if you want to call it, to actually dodge. You kind of have to like run at a very specific moment or crouch at a very specific moment, and obviously that did not happen. So now basically we're in the last portion of the fight. You can get to this fight with less health, but I missed a lot of the shots, so this is going to be a slightly elongated final portion. If I were to actually nail every single hit, I think that Space Mama would be dead by now. Also, I just want to showcase like the scrolling kind of like space background with like the rocks and everything. Just it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. This game is fucking gorgeous. I'm going to touch a little bit on what I think about Rayman Origins in the next video, I think. And I'm going to cut it here. So thank you for watching. And in the next episode, we'll be finishing the game. And I'll tell you about Rayman Origins.